I'm Mark Robson. We farm in Northumberland. We have 3 small businesses, a chicken business, a farm, which as you see just around you, and we have a potato factory which makes fresh chips and come under the brand particularly good potatoes. We have 40 full-time people. The challenges we face are exactly the same as every other businesses, staff, price rise, interest rates, all those type of usual ones, but there's 2 other new ones. One is the unpredictability of the weather. And the second thing is a bureaucratic involvement from government bodies. With the unpredictability of the weather, you cannot tell how wet it's going to be and at what time of the year it's going to be. So trying to judge the number of staff, the amount of equipment and the size of your cropping is very, very tricky now. Through time, we found more and more government bodies influence the way we work. They're really holding us back. I did business studies at Newcastle. I've been here 35 years, seen all these changes. I work every weekend, and when you get the weather, it's normally a big flood on a weekend, and you cannot get hold of these bodies. And that's what impacts us, and that's what increases the price or reduces our motivation to grow products. But we've tried everything, and that is one part we do not have an influence at all, and it is we are desperate for some organisation to try to coordinate what is coming towards us. So as a business, as a family, we want to try and go down that trendy route of carbon footprint. And that's why we're planting this. This is no taxpayer funding, this is just what we want to do. We haven't just started it, we've been doing it 40, 50 years. That hedge, that was planted 40 years ago, trees, ponds, without grants, we were putting these ponds in because we wanted to look after the environment. Farmers, generally speaking, 2 to 3% return on your capital. We're not making money out of it. It's this is our office, we have to enjoy it and we've got to make it back. And you want to leave the farm in a better state for the next generation.
Hello, my name is Rebecca Maitland and I work for Particularly Good Potatoes, and the areas that I cover are their carbon neutrality and also their marketing and socials. So in our journey to becoming carbon neutral, one of the main steps we implemented was actually over 10 years ago, and that was ceasing all of our ploughing. By doing so, we've improved the overall soil health and we've also captured a lot of carbon as well. A number of our other steps include reducing the water effluent, recycling in both the factory and across the farm, and we've also got a plan to introduce over 3 miles of new hedgerows. So one of the things we're really proud about is the fact that we've reduced our wastage to pretty much minimum. So the wastage that we do have goes straight to our local cattle farm over at Doddington to feed the cows, and also there is nothing from our wastage that goes straight to landfill. The support that would further advance us on this path to becoming carbon neutral is really all about signposting and advice. There isn't enough knowledge about how to become carbon neutral. The more signposting, the more advice, the easier farmers will find it to actually comply and implement these measures on their farms.
Selling directly to customer is absolutely brilliant. It is the perfect market research. The business model is much better. We have a much closer relationship, much more transparent. We're just going straight to the chip shop, the hotel, the restaurant, the football club, whatever it is, and they tell us exactly what's going on, and their payment terms are pretty much 28 days. So for us as a farmer, is a game changer. Most proud of probably just staying in business. We grew up in the 80s when the high inflation, and then there's been so many problems. We've got a great team around us, and we just want to morally just keep looking after the wildlife, keep producing stuff in the UK, keeping in business is the trick.